Hi everyone, Scott Smith in sunny Southern California. Man, do I got a fun machine for you today. Look at that thing. Man, we've been waiting a while for this. This is the 2020 BMW M340i. This is the epitome of the ultimate driving machine. Man, I really was reading about the stats and the information on this car and comparing it to our previous generation full-on M cars. It's pretty amazing what BMW has done to this car, and I really give out, an applause, especially developing back in 2014, premiering the M Performance line. So it's typically going to be the largest engine available in a series. And they really built a performance machine around the horsepower and around these amazing, turbocharged engines that they're coming out with. And then their wheel design team is just killing it. These wheels, I mean, when I first saw them, you saw them, I think, with the M550 and also the M760. This type of design and coloring and shadowing is just amazing on these cars. So a lot of attitude, the body style, reducing the weight, using more aluminum, not just, in building a stronger car, but also, less unsprung weight, using more aluminum in the suspension parts, and just the technology that BMW has developed, over the years and over the decades has really just exploded in these vehicles. And with this car, now we do have this is the two-wheel drive version. We do have an all-wheel drive version. Two-wheel drive, BMW has it rated at 4.40 to 60. The all-wheel drive Intelligent X-Drive, that's rated at 2.40 to 60. We're looking at a car, got almost 3 inches longer than our previous gen. Let's see, what was it? I think just over a ½ inch wider and just under a ½ inch taller. But also it sits almost a ½ inch lower. So we've got a lower center of gravity, reduced weight, serious performance, and some serious efficiency. I was very surprised with the miles per gallon 0 to 6. Miles per gallon city and highway. Yeah, I do love the 0 to 60. I can tell you that. But yeah, they've increased that. So overall, the car has just gone to the next level. Now, this being an M Performance lineup, as you can see, the Syrian gray accents, kind of that signature look down there on the lower air breathers for the wheel wells to help with turbulence here on the side lower bumpers. On the outside, the amazing new design for the kidney grille, active kidney grille, and then also your mirror caps definitely have that Syrian gray accent for that M Performance lineup. But let's go ahead and get to the back and have some fun with the exhaust sound, because that's really what we're all about, is the fun factor in these cars. Okay, Lauren. Very, very nice. And especially all the LED technology that we've done in these lights, in the front, the rear. Really, I like the design elements, darkening the lights. Instead of being giant red, colored lights, we've really hidden them well. Very sleek. The little mini spoiler on the back here, so a lot of the nice attitudes in the car. And the lines, the shadows, everything BMW's done on this thing is just really fine-tuned it. The shadow line exterior trim. All right, let's get our BMW Genius out here. Hey everyone, this is Lauren. Maybe you saw her first video, the 330i 2019 new gen. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great, thank you.
Cool. What do you think of this thing, huh?
I think it's absolutely incredible. So under the hood we have a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder V50 engine that produces 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, which for all you code talkers is faster than the E46 M3. So I can't imagine what this generation M3 is going to be like.
It's going to be awesome,
it's
huh?
ridiculously fast.
And then you had read, I think, on BMW blog about a 0 to 60 time.
So it's quoted at the 0 to 60 time of this car at 4.2 seconds, but on BMW blog they have less 0 to 60 time than that. So under 4.2 seconds, actually under 4 seconds.
So that's pretty cool. At least I know with BMW, typically with their 0 to 60, they want to be very modest to make it definitely achievable potentially for just about anybody that gets behind the wheel. But then when they definitely put a race car driver behind one of these things, and with the intelligent X-Drive all-wheel drive system, it kind of goes into a whole new stratosphere, 0 to 60. So yeah, I mean, I think we've read potentially on the internet down to almost 3.7.
Yeah,
I think with the X-Drive.
X-Drive's model right now, and we'll be coming out with X-Drive soon, which I think for this much power going to the rear wheels, it's definitely necessary.
Yeah, and then with the rear wheel bias of the X-Drive is still going to give you that spirited drive that you've been looking for, but then you've got that additional front end support in case you do try to break the law of physics.
What BMW has always done really well is try to establish an equal 50-50 weight ratio in the front and the back of the car to give you that well-balanced ride, so you really feel like you're really sitting well on the road.
Great. Well, yeah, I know one thing we want to talk about now. Let's head over here. We were going to talk about the wheels. I know I said some nice comments about it earlier, but I know Lauren was going to talk about also the tires. Yeah. So what do we have here, Lauren?
So on the standard M340, we have 225s on the front and the back. This one has a special tire package, so we have Michelin Pilot's 225s on the front, and then we have 255s on the rear, which I think is definitely necessary for the amount of horsepower that it has. It's a lot of power, again, going to the back wheels, so I think 255 with tires are definitely necessary on the rears. And Michelin Pilot Sport tires, you really can't get any better than that. They handle well in wet conditions as well.
Cool, that's good to hear. And then you got the M Sport brakes on here, which is great because you've been increased to a 4-piston caliper system up front and a single piston in the back. So yeah, you can see, and they definitely have done a nice job on the styling of the car too. Of the brakes. So it's a nice touch, especially with the blue, which is kind of their signature look that they started when they started putting the M Sport brakes on these cars. And let's look at the stance on the back tires being 255s. Very nice contact. Well, cool. So now we'll move to the trunk. Lauren's going to show us some features here.
So we have hands-free trunk access. To open it, we have to make sure the doors are closed. And just like the comfort access for unlocking and locking the door, it has to be on your person. And only one gesture is going to open and close the trunk. It's a quick kick underneath. If you do anything besides that, it probably won't open.
And then let's show you, because the trunk has been increased since the car is, almost 3 inches longer. I think we've gotten up to, I think it's 14 or 15 cubic feet of storage now compared to the previous gen for luggage. So Lauren, can you show us that center fold down? Now we've had the 3-way fold down here, the 3 sections for a while, but it is definitely nice if you have 4 passengers and you got to run stuff all the way through. And then if you have less passengers, obviously you need more space. Lauren, do you want to drop the other 2 right here? So as you can see, they're inside the trunk. So each handle right there, and then she's going to throw them down. So definitely utility-wise, you've got a large opening in here to run stuff all the way through, as you can see. And that seatbelt can be detached, and it'll hook up here on the upper deck. So that way it's completely out of the way. Perfect. So Lauren, if you want to put those back up, then we'll head over to the sticker, show you the MSRP on this car. There we go. There we go. Also, you can close it from the driver's door. So if it was left open or if someone else left it open, you can definitely, there's a button here you can hold and it'll alert and then it'll close it for you. So very similar to our X models that we've had. So okay, Lauren, let's go over the sticker.
So we have a driver assistance package, premium package, executive package, and cooling and HP tire package, which is high performance tire package.
And the M technology in there also will give us additional cooling, I think, in there also for more spirited driving. So yeah, you have the HP tire package giving you the non-run flats, the offset, and then the M technology package is going to give you that additional cooling. Whoa, let's get this baby to focus. There we go. What else do we have down the list, Warren? You can see there.
What we do have is remote engine start, which can be programmed. There's a setting on the key that you click it a couple of times and that'll do the remote engine start along with the comfort ventilation. And then we have a mobility kit since it's non-run flat tires. Then we have
Yes.
aluminum trim with the mesh effect, which is the trim inside the car.
So that way we can show. Yeah, boy, my camera really likes the glass in front of this sticker, doesn't it? So let's just keep it blurred. You guys can put your own pricing on this car. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Yeah. And then your mileage, as you can see, here's an average of 25. And then we've got 22 and 30 for city and highway. So I'm very impressed with it.
And
then
that's
there's
be
your
like
final assembly.
Standard comfort mode, so it just depends on your driving style.
And this one has a sticker which we just want to keep hiding from you. $64,920 is the actual retail price MSRP on this particular model. So apologize for my camera having a little bit of an attitude there. So Lauren, what we'll do is let's go ahead, because you're 5'8" without the heels. And then you were sitting comfortable up front, is that right?
I do, but
Okay.
I sit pretty far back.
Okay, so let's go ahead and have you sit in the back seat so we can show everybody. So having the additional almost 3 inches longer car, you've got over 1.5 inches longer wheelbase, and also the front track, I forgot to mention, is over 1.5 inches wider up front, and then almost 1 inch wider in the rear track. So overall, the car has definitely gotten bigger. We definitely have enhanced the air conditioning or cooling heating system in the rear, and you can see there's 2 additional chargers down there. I think those are USB-Cs.
Yeah, it's going to be the new standard for USB
standard.
chargers. And just
Also,
like in our previous video with the 330,
Mhm.
we have the standard climate controls for the rear passengers now as well, which you can also lock or use within the front through the iDrive. If you have some small children sitting back here, you can actually control the climate from the iDrive in the front.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And then you can see they've done some nice cup holders in the doors, which you also have an armrest that comes down, so you could have a total of 4 drinks in the back for 2 people. So you thought about us Americans who love to take drinks with us. We got the Harman Kardon sound system, so really nice styling. You see the contrast stitching in the door. So we'll go ahead and have Lauren jump out. Sorry. I'm at the tail end of a cold. So Lauren, let's get you in the driver's seat. Okay, then you can see the seat controls on the side here. We do have the lumbar, inflate, deflate, up and down. Then you have the side bolstering, so that way you can tighten them up if you want to on the sides. That way if you are having some spirited driving in the canyon, you're not going to be flying all over the place. And then they've highlighted the seat controls, give you a little bit of a chrome accent, easy to find. And I know it's hard to see now, but the lighting in the door here actually flashes. So at night when the door's open, if you're in a dark area, at least if you're on the side streets, people will at least see some lighting from the door to at least let them know, if they're coming around the corner. The seat memory controls have been put up here on the door, easy to see. Also, as you can see here, we've got our mirrors, folding the mirrors, the windows, lockouts, so everything's very easy to get to as a driver. We got our headlights and fog light control system here. You do have additional storage, has a nice felt covering to it in case you are going to be putting sunglasses in there. And then what I'll do, let's see, maybe Lauren can go over the digital dash a little bit. So it's a 12.3, and this is a full dynamic digital dash because we have the upgraded navigation, live cockpit. So you've got the full digital dash there.
Yeah, so if I press a button behind the steering wheel, I can actually change what's coming up on this dash. And then right now navigation is not on, but if I had navigation on, it would actually show a map pretty much right there where my individual trip is. Now if I change, of course, just like the 330, if I change Sport, Comforts, or Eco Pro, this dash is going to change.
Yeah, different colors and a different setup. So it gives you more of a unique look.
You probably want to leave it in Sport though.
Oh yeah. And then the heads-up display floating out in front. Very nice, a lot of information. You can access your phone history from there and call people back from your windshield. Music, navigation, different type alerts will come up there or notify you that there is an alert that you need to check out. Obviously, speed. So,
yeah, and we can
very cool
always turn that off or make it higher or lower or brighter or darker depending on your preference.
Perfect. So how do you like these sports seats, Lauren?
It's super comfortable. It's amazing. I have like great lumbar support, and like I said, I sit pretty far back, so I'm ready to rock and roll.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go to the other side. I'll be in just a minute. Okay, so let's do a little bit more, just one more little walk around on the styling. Also the lights, and if you notice, we do have the laser lights on this car. Now in the United States, the laser light benefit of our headlights are going to be the brights. And if I remember correctly, I think it's up to 300 meters in the United States. It's definitely farther in Europe and some of the other countries, but I think, so correct me if I'm wrong, guys, or other geniuses out there, but I think for the United States, I think it was up to 300 meters. So very nice for the brights. And as you can see, the signature new grille, which we premiered on this car, and also if you look at the Z4, very similar design. And you can see our front camera right there for you. But what a nice drive. And I was able to shoot this car before they put on the front license plate mount. Some of the procedures and laws here in the United States, in California, have gotten pretty strict about that. So at least that was a benefit. So this way you could see it without the mount on there. Did a really nice job on all the different angles and styling and shadows that I really notice on these cars when you start to walk around, especially just the design of the interior lights, exterior lights, the ambient lighting package, changing the colors up, the brightness. You can only imagine how much time is spent, designing and finalizing each little angle, just so it's perfect, Even the lighting here, this actually sticks out. It's got basically, a platform to it. It's got an edge to it. So just everything is considered. Coefficient of drag has gone down to 0.26, which is about 0.03 lower than our previous generation. So the efficiency along with the awesome performance has been taken to a new level. Let's see if Lauren will do. Hey Lauren, can you do another little rev time? Oh, that's awesome. Pretty much sounds just as good or better than our full M version cars, huh? And the hood design, look at the shadowing, the lines they've done. This is the black sapphire metallic, one of my favorites. I've had it on multiple BMWs throughout the years. All right, let's get on the inside. I know you guys want to see all this stuff in here, especially this 10.25 inch high definition screen we have for the new iDrive 7. All right, what do you want to show them, Lauren? Anything particular in here?
So we have iDrive 7 is the touchscreen. Now this particular one also comes with gesture control, which is, in this case, compared to the previous model, it's kind of really designed for the driver. So when you do gesture control, we can raise and lower the volume. We can go back a track, next track, and go to the home address, I believe. So let me try that now. So what we do have is a camera up here.
Let's see. Let me just raise this so everyone can see actually where the camera's located.
So the sensor for the gesture control is up here, as well as on the sides of the screen. So I, as a driver, it's kind of designed so that you can rest your arm on the armrest. I'm going to point my index finger at the screen, and I'm going to do a clockwise motion.
Oh,
and
there.
that'll raise the volume.
Sure. So there you go.
I'll lower the volume. And
2 fingers.
yeah, if I do that,
The
that
2
usually
fingers.
It'll mute the track.
Or it'll go to the next station. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Now, there's not a lot, but I would say, I guess, 2 fingers can do something. Obviously, volume up, volume down, and then you can wave your hand across the screen to cancel or not to answer a phone call,
Right,
or point your finger. Is that right?
Correct. So when you're getting a phone call, and this is when you're not in CarPlay, when you're connected the standard way to the car, you can swipe your hand to the right to decline a phone call, or point and pull back to answer a phone call.
Oh.
And I believe a hitchhiking gesture is going to go to the next track, and back from the right to the left is going to go.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, back a track.
Nice. So that's cool. I didn't know about that one. That's pretty sweet. Okay, and then the steering wheel. We've got obviously a nice sports steering wheel designed here.
It's great. I mean, the first time I sat in this car, I really thought this was actually a 5 Series because the steering wheel is so nice, which is what you really want for when you're driving a very sporty handling car. We have a heated steering wheel here. We have our cruise control functions here. We have our volume controls here. Again, really no need for the hand gestures. Go forward or back a track here. And then this scrolling function, if you press the phone button first, it will show your recent calls on the head-up display.
Okay.
And then if you don't touch the phone first, you can scroll between your different types of media if you press this first. And this is now the menu button. So basically, this is going to choose between your different types of media you're listening to, whether it's FM, AM, satellite, or Apple CarPlay. Voice control button. So if you quick press it, or you can say, "Hello BMW." Hello BMW. Oh, maybe that feature is not.
Oh, we don't have. Yeah, because I saw it go beep on the top screen. Do you want to activate it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Car settings. Then I'm going to go to general settings. Language. Okay, so it's not been activated. So if you want to ask the car to do something, aka like BMW navigation, or ask it to say play a certain radio station, you say, "Hello BMW."
Hello, what can I help you with?
So nothing right now. And then if you long press it when your phone is connected, that's going to be how you're going to use the Siri function if you have your phone connected to Apple CarPlay, or if you have an Android phone. I'm sure it's called Bixby or something, the voice recognition software for Android devices.
And then also, I know as of 2019, our BMW or Apple CarPlay is a service-based feature. So the first year it's included. After that, it's $80 a year to have that service. Is that correct?
I'm not really too sure about that, but what I can say is at first, at my perception, it took me a while to kind of get used to Apple CarPlay, but I love it because it really encourages people to be more hands-free while driving, which is hopefully the more safe thing to do. So at least while you're using that, you can leave the phone in the wireless phone charger here. Not all models have wireless phone charger. This is also an RFID reader, but I have my OtterBox on right now, and it fits inside there. I'd have to take it off to charge it, but all you do is lay the phone face up, and it will wirelessly charge the phone.
Great. And then we do have plenty of plugins too for additional passengers if they do need to charge. But yeah, and the hardware they've done in the new iDrive system is phenomenal. Very quick. The iDrive 7 is amazing with that software. Very easy to use and very customizable. Because like you said, you could put, how many templates can we put on the front page? I think it's up to, what, 4? So right now we do have 3 set up here, but I heard you can maybe do up to 4.
As far as I know, it's 3 tiles per page, but what you have is 3 different pages that you can adjust and remove by just dragging this menu down here. So here we have adjust main menu, which is where we can add or remove icons. Oh, you're right. Look, we can do 4, I guess, on some of the pages.
Oh, cool. Yeah, big enough screen, so that's great.
Yeah, you can choose the widgets. Okay, I learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And then here we also have recent destinations or navigation, recent calls when your phone is connected, notifications for the car, help, so where you can say, hello BMW, help, for that kind of thing. Displays where you can adjust, your head-up display. And what I love, again, like the 330, we have the Valet Mode. So when we create a driver profile, you no longer have to worry about parking your car, giving your keys to somebody at the valet. You can lock the car up with a pin, and their only functionality will be able to drive the car and not see anything else. So you don't have to worry anymore about them, storing your home address in the car.
Yeah, and then look at our air conditioning, our climate control system has been very simplified, easy to use. So it's nice. We don't have a million buttons to deal with. So they've really simplified it, made it very easy. And then can you tell us a little bit about the green circle?
So this is for our driver assistance systems, or we call them intelligent safety. Now, we would never claim to be autonomous, so what these are here to do is basically assist you with safety features while you're driving. So what we have is front collision mitigation, lane departure warning, and blind spot detection. So front collision mitigation is basically, you'll get a notification on your head-up display when you get too close to another car. Lane departure warning, you have to be at least driving at 40 miles per hour without a turn signal on. If you start drifting over your lines on the road, it's going to pull you back into your lane and vibrate in the steering wheel. That's only with the steering intervention on. Now, if you use your turn signal, it's not going to do it. It basically thinks that you're falling asleep. And then blind spot detection is going to be the illuminated triangles on the outer corners of our side mirrors.
And also the steering wheel, because it's active now, so it'll also vibrate. That's what's nice with the active part of the blind spot. It's not just the lights, but also it's the steering wheel, which is cool.
And we have and it's set to early, so you have to be at least driving at 15 miles an hour for that to illuminate. Again, it's driver assistance. It's there to assist you, never to take over,
Yeah, definitely. And then we do have our shortcut buttons, or our one feature buttons way down here on the bottom, as you can see, 1 through 8. So these, if Lauren runs her fingers across them, go ahead, they'll show up on the top of the screen. So it's nice. You can set them for an address, you can set them for a phone number, or a particular place in the iDrive screen. So it's very nice. So if there's someone you call a lot, or for navigation, let's say work and home, at least you jump in the morning, push 1 to go to work. Hey, do I take side streets? Do I take the freeway? Hey, heading home, same thing at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, dealing with traffic or no traffic.
And what I love is that BMW, like the 330, has put the AC function in the iDrive now. So if you just press menu AC and heating and ventilation, and it's right there. And actually, that's one of the things that you can program on your memory button. So they're not just limited to radio stations. So
so a particular setup, in the iDrive, you can instantly go there, and then that way you can customize it.
So if I wanted to make a shortcut to say the AC function, I'm just going to highlight and hover over that item. I'm going to hold down one of the memory buttons, and now when I press, if I'm anywhere in the car, I press the memory button or whatever button I just saved it to, and then there I can just turn on off the AC function.
Great. And then this is the mesh effect. Is this the aluminum mesh effect they called it? Yeah, so as you can see, BMW throughout the decades has always liked to hide their cup holders. So you got a great door here, which is nice. And you can see you've got the cup holders also. And they're good sized cup holders. And they pushed them out a little bit, so that way at least you can put tall glasses in here, bladder busters, stop for long road trips. So yeah, definitely. And then also, if you do have some valuables in here, at least if you do leave the car, you can hide them. Let's see that center armrest too. Go ahead. We've got some great space in there that's gotten larger and larger, and there's also a charger in there too. We've got another USB. Looks like it's a Lightning or it's a USB, so it's a fast charge, which is great. Now the centerpiece here, did you want to go over some of the buttons here, Lauren, on the center?
Yeah, we have our quick access shortcut buttons. So home will take you back to the main screen. Map is going to take you to the full BMW navigation. Nav is going to press, if you press that, it's going to take you to where you can put in a navigation address. Media, you switch back and forth in between the types of music you're listening to, your music sources. And comm is communication, where we pair the telephone.
Okay, and then it is a touch controller too, touchpad controller if you wanted to.
It is. So basically, for certain functions in the iDrive, you can actually use this as a writing pad. So say I wanted to go somewhere in navigation, and I want to look up the city. I can start writing, and it's going to be one capital letter at a time. Capital letters usually work best. So say I want to look for something in Thousand Oaks, I'm going to start writing T. And then to erase, what you do is a backwards dash or a right to left dash, and that's going to erase it.
Perfect. And then what about our other control, our driver experience buttons here?
So we have our standard adaptive driving modes, or the adaptive button, Sport, Comfort, Eco, Pro S standard, and then adaptive, which is great. So what that's going to do is it's going to adapt to your current driving situation based on how you're driving. It'll make the adjustments necessary so that you have the best ride quality. Auto hold function I really like a lot. We usually have those on our SAVs and 5s and 7 series. So it allows me to put the car in drive, and with the auto hold function on, you can probably just see the light there.
Yeah, and
I can
also
take my foot off the brake.
Yeah. So you're actually in drive, as you can see in the dash here, it says drive, and then it highlights there in the upper right corner. So anytime you come to a stop in traffic or at a long red light, you can take your foot off and relax, which is cool, because I know we definitely have a Westlake Boulevard and TO. That is one long light, literally 4 or 5 minutes if you miss it. So yeah, we definitely use this auto hold a lot around town.
Really, all of here in California has a huge traffic problem, so it's great so that your leg doesn't get tired.
Yeah, and then the moonroof, it's obviously tinted for protection, but it got almost 4 inches longer. So just giving you a little bit more natural light, kind of helps open up the cabin a little bit depending on what interior you have. Also wanted to show you some of the design elements of the back seat. As you can see, we've changed that up a little bit. Well, perfect. And then Lauren, where can we follow you at?
My my Instagram is BMW Lauren, so that's Lauren, BMW Lauren.
Cool, perfect. Yeah, thanks for doing this, Lauren. So here, we're gonna get out. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like the video, please share it on your other media sources. And definitely, if you're looking for a BMW, let me know. Just give me an email if you live in the state of California. See you, Lauren. All right, thanks for watching. Everybody have a good one. Bye-bye.